let's look at some of the clinical data. So go to Cohort Analyzer. Okay. Instead of our list, here's what I want you to do is let's play around with what your genes are. So here, go to Edit Patient Filters. In this instance, I can pick any cancer I want. I can pick all of them to look at. I can look at just ovarian cancer. Here's what I want you to do is select your favorite cancer. Like everybody's got a favorite cancer. That sounds just disturbing. Pick your favorite disease. Okay, did everybody do that? Okay, hit Apply Filters. So again, this is going into TCGA, and basically TCGA has just lots and lots of data, which also includes clinical data, which is really what we want to get at. I have now told the platform I only want to look at those subjects with ovarian cancer. Now what I can do is I can start looking at, say, particular genes. So go to Reports. So it's on the green tab up top. If you look, it should be under marker frequency, but it's saying somatic mutations. Here what I want you to do is go RNA expression and click on that tab. Okay, did everybody do that? All right. Somebody give me a gene. Put your favorite gene in there. Somebody give me a gene.
HIF1.
What is it?
HIF1.
HIF1. HIF1. And you should see it'll just come up as it's HIF1 alpha. There it is. So what it's doing based on the gene that I put in and the patients that I selected, it's going to tell me not only what the expression is of that gene in that particular cancer, but it's also going to show me all the expression in the other types of diseases and cancers, which I think is really cool. Okay. So in this given instance, HIF1A seems to be in all my ovarian subjects with data. It's differentially expressed in at least 40% of those samples. And you can look whatever yours is. You can click on this graph. Right? Do you think this gene is a tumor suppressor or oncogene? It's going down, right? It's getting suppressed. Way down. So this would be the patients in that particular ovarian cancer. And now what I can do, it's actually being overexpressed in some of these. Right? We can look at ovarian cancer to get more of a refined view. Actually, they only have the serous. But you can actually look at, like, say, lung cancer and see what it's doing in the different forms. And if it's red, that means it's overexpressed in at least, in this particular instance, 45% of those subjects. This can give you a great idea. You know, these genes operate in other stuff, you know. What is it doing in other cancers? Is it going up or is it going down? Is it the same as mine or is it different? You know, you look at myeloma. I mean, it's just so different than everything else, right? In some instances, maybe you want to suppress it. In some instances, you want to upregulate it. That is the weirdest thing that I've seen is I've seen genes that they behave like oncogenes at first, like in the formation of lung tumors, and then later on, they actually become tumor suppressors. Certain things can actually induce and inhibit the same condition, given different stages and different tissue types. It's a crazy world out there. We can do this, we can use this to, we can see if maybe this gene has any effect on survival. So we can go to survival correlation. So I clicked on survival correlation. Again, we're still on reports. I can go to RNA expression. And I'll put my HIF1A.
Group B, if you're just doing,
What's that?
if you're defining group A as having,
So what you're doing is once you put the gene in, what the software will do is say, okay, now that I have a gene, I'm going to group all my samples, my 514 samples, based on that expression into high and low. That's all it's doing. But again, this gives you a way, not only is there survival data, there's co-expression rates. Data's great. And anytime you find a database that connects clinical with the genomic stuff, that's gold for me. I love that stuff. You know, the more information you have, the better. The more of the story you know, the better studies that you will write, plan, the better papers that you will write. Everything has a history. Know the history of all the stuff you look at, and you will understand the story. And if you understand the story, you'll make good choices, research choices. All right. Did mine come up at all? It's still coming. All right. Any questions? Like I said, all this stuff is on my YouTube channel. I'm recording this, so if you wanted to review any of this, you could watch either this one or you could. I've got a lot of other videos out there that use cohort engine, correlation engine. I also have a bunch of videos where I use string, so that'll give you some ideas. There's a lot of YouTube videos out there as well. And I'll be around till tomorrow morning. So if you need help or something, just find me. All right, thanks guys.
So